Welcome to CSG Technologies. We are a Jacksonville, Florida-based MSP that helps small and medium-sized businesses finally get their IT right. We understand that getting technology to operate flawlessly can be extremely time-consuming and frustrating. With over 20 years of IT experience, we can help create systems that keep your business running smoothly. Today, we would like to review a very important topic, cybersecurity basics, what you need to know. It is in fact undeniable that technological advancements have brought about numerous benefits. However, like all other creations, technology also does come with some downsides. Currently, the most threatening trends are that of ransomware and other malicious software that attack our networks and compromise our data. At CSG Technologies, we made it our top priority as an MSP to provide ample support to our clients to protect their valuable data from this rising threat. Therefore, keeping in mind that these risks to a company's cybersecurity is real and has the potential to disrupt business activities is important. To maintain a secure network and keep your data safe, each network security architecture should include 5 components: spam filter, firewall, antivirus, backups, on-site and off-site, employee training, and awareness. As complex and complicated as this may seem, it is important to understand that the risk of inaction far outweighs the cost of action. We've all heard the stories of Equifax, Yahoo, the City of Atlanta, Best Buy, Chili's, Delta, Sears, Kmart, even the Power Grid was attacked by Russian hackers, and most recently the SolarWinds attack. You're seeing an increase in the number of attacks out there, and it only is getting worse by the minute. Businesses across the United States has been the primary target for cyber attackers across the globe. Did you know that every 14 seconds a ransomware attack has been attempted? This is why we stress on the importance of network security to our clients, because as the old saying goes, better safe than sorry. Did you know it typically takes 5 to 10 business days to return back to operations? That is why we stress on the importance of network security, because how big a disruption a cyber attack causes to the operations and profitability of your business. No industry is immune. We see it occurring across all types of industries. However, it tends to be concentrated along governmental organizations, manufacturers, construction, and utility type firms. And the cost of these incidents has continued to rise. In 2018, it was just under $47,000 per incident, and in 2019, it was a little over $140,000. And in 2020, it is projected to be well over $250,000. Simply stated, ransomware can be defined as malicious software that blocks access to the victim's data or threatens to publish it until a ransom is being paid. You may be wondering, how is it possible for them to access data which I own? Well, let me demonstrate to you by running you through a step-by-step process. It begins typically where the malware is sent via spam, and the unsuspected user is duped into downloading the malicious file. Then the malicious code accesses the user's data and travels across the network, encrypting the entire network's data. At some point, once the encryption is being completed, you'll see a ransom notice with a deadline. If you don't pay, you'll not get your data back, because usually you're required to provide an encryption key to regain your data. To ensure your organization doesn't fall victim to one of these attacks, you can enlist the help of a managed service provider like CSG Technologies. Our IT professionals are well trained and prepared on how to prevent such attacks. We take away the stress and worries of our client by helping them to prevent and prepare for these attacks, to help minimize or prevent the impact to business operations. It is extremely important to keep in mind that depending on the situation and the client, various solutions can be adopted. At CSG Technologies, we like to use the analogy of a medieval castle to describe a properly architected network security design. Each element within the medieval castle serves a specific purpose, much like your network security architecture. The castle is surrounded by a deep and wide ditch filled with water known as a moat that basically acts as a defense mechanism against enemy invasions, much like a spam filter that filters out obvious, unwelcome visitors from every direction in your network. Next is the medieval castle gate, which limits access to the palace through a single heavily guarded entrance. Likewise, the firewall also restricts access into the kingdom or the network through a specific in and out gateway. Third, there is an antivirus software which every network should have. Similar to a palace guard who disables a threat once the threat is within the castle walls, the antivirus also neutralizes the threat once it gets inside the network. Next are good backups. So if the castle were to be over around, having a secondary or fallback position to go back to, regroup and restore operations, it is similar to having a good backup that allows you to recover any data that is being lost. And finally, there will be an education. The first line of defense for your network is the spam filter. We've all been notified at least once in a while by your email domain that an email's content has been blocked due to its unsolicited nature. Just as a castle's moat prevents access to a palace, a spam filter works in a similar way. It is a program that is designed to detect unsolicited and unwanted emails and prevent those messages from getting to a user's inbox. Similar to a filtering program, a spam filter looks for certain criteria, such as word patterns or word frequency, on which it bases judgments. This allows us to identify and eliminate emails and communications from obviously corrupted subjects or senders. The next element of a robust network security design is a firewall. Just like the castle gate limits the entry to the palace to one heavily guarded and monitored location, a firewall limits access to your network through controlled ports. Specifically, a firewall is a software or firmware that prevents unauthorized access to a network. It inspects incoming and outgoing traffic using a set of rules to identify and block threats. In fact, this is the very reason after purchasing a laptop for the first time ever, you are questioned whether you have installed a firewall to safeguard your data. The next element is a secure network, that is antivirus software. Just like the palace guard will capture and imprison any intruder that breached the castle wall, antivirus software identifies and neutralizes any detected threats to your network. Antivirus software is yet another program or set of programs that are designed to prevent, search for, detect, and remove viruses and other malicious software like worms, trojans, adware, and more. Examples of these include things like SentinelOne, Trend Micro, WebRoot, and McAfee. Antivirus must be regularly updated to be effective against the constantly evolving threat. Just like we have backup plans for life's unexpected and traumatic events, it is also extremely important to have data backups in case of an emergency. Sometimes, despite your best efforts at planning and preparation, a threat actor is able to overcome all your defenses and compromise your network. Just like in medieval times where a kingdom had a strong hold to fall back into, you need robust and reliable array backups of your data. Backup simply means creating a copy of the data that you use for quick and full recovery in case your original data is lost or corrupted. Backups can be stored according to two methods: on-site on a local storage device, USB drive, magnetic tapes and hard drives, and off-site on a server. These backups are your last line of defense and makes a huge difference, as you can return to normal business operations in no time rather than paying 6 to 7 figure ransom demand. Last but most importantly, nothing can be achieved without manpower. Thus, it is extremely important to educate your staff about the consequences of malicious files and ways to avoid them. A well-informed, knowledgeable team acts as the first and best line of self-defense, since they are the ones exposed to such threats. They are the individuals best positioned to neutralize those threats. Having a vigilant team of employees can diminish all potential security risk. Thus, as an employer, it is always recommended for you to provide regular training and evaluation to ensure your employees are prepared regardless of whether they are from an IT background or not. Here at CSG Technologies, we help companies design and implement cybersecurity training plans. Adding to that, here are some of the advanced ways to avoid getting exposed to cybersecurity attacks: two-factor authentication, regular network penetration testing to assess any vulnerabilities in your network, a hacker database review where you look to see what information on your company and user has been published on the dark web, automated training campaigns and assessments, stimulated phishing attacks coupled with USB drops and physical location review. Lastly, our team of IT experts are more than happy to assist you in choosing the right method that works best for you, your employees, and your businesses anytime. There's no greater priority than ensuring your network and your business is protected. Here at CSG Technology, we have the expertise and experience necessary to help you and your organization stay protected. Contact us today to upgrade and protect your network security plan.